Oh my gosh, what is up, guys? Today is day 215. Ruby, come here. Come here, Ruby. Come here. Come here, Ruby. Come here. Come here. Look, this dog right. I can't show. I can't. Where is he? No, I accidentally showed it. Dang it. Well, if you actually saw it, I got books today. They're probably in the thumbnail as well, so I mean that doesn't really matter. But I went to Barnes & Noble with my aunt. I did not expect going here today at all, but I'm so glad we did because I absolutely love Barnes & Noble. It is my favorite place. A little update on it. That's the update. I'm currently on page 446. I wanted to get to like 541. That's like almost 100 pages still. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get there. I'm still gonna read for sure tonight. It's like almost 8 o'clock, so it's not too bad. And then I don't know why I have the stand here, but yeah, I do. So actually, I'll show you in a little bit why I have it. Okay, which one do I start with? I think I'll start with the fantasy one. So right here we have The Way of Kings. This book is thick. It is more pages than it, but it's not more words, so it's not really bigger than it. It is 1,252 pages, which is like almost exactly 100 pages more than it, but it's not more words. There's significant less amount of words in this book than it, so it wouldn't be my longest book. The Stand will be my longest book once I read it, but once I'm done with it, that'll be my longest book, and then I'll probably read not The Stand. After it, my plan is to read The Sun and the Star. This doesn't have the cover on it, so it doesn't look as cool, but let me actually get the cover because I just want it, so I want it to look cool with all these other books on my bed. I love reading. I also love buying books. So we have The Sun and the Star right here. I read, I think it was a little bit on last Saturday. I got to page 37. I kind of remember. I remember this stuff in here, so I don't need to reread up to that point. But so yeah, that's the fantasy that I got today. I would have gotten Mistborn, which is also by Brandon Sanderson. Whoa, there's a map in the middle here. Whoa, that's so cool. I probably would have gotten Mistborn, but they didn't have the first Mistborn book. They had the second and the third, but they didn't have the first. They had Elantris, which I didn't really want that much. So the only kind of like series that they had of the first book was The Way of Kings, so I just got this. A lot of people say not to jump right into the Stormlight Archive, which I probably won't. Well, for Brandon Sanderson, I probably will, but overall, like big fantasy, I'm probably gonna end up reading like The Lord of the Rings before this, and maybe even a Game of Thrones. So yeah, but the other two books that I got, all right, we got two more. It's definitely smaller books, but I got another Stephen King book, Pet Sematary. This is supposedly like the scariest book from Stephen King, which I want something to scare me, so I think this will be really good. It's almost 400 pages. It's like 395, I think. So that's not bad. Yeah, 395. So it shouldn't be too bad. I want to like read this like right now and just like skim, like go completely through it tonight, or I doubt I would be able to read it that quick. But then but yeah, I just want to like get scared, bro. I mean, I'm not done with it, so it's probably still gonna be very scary. And then same with The Stand. I might not read The Stand after The Sun and the Star. I might wait a little bit for The Stand and like read Pet Sematary and maybe this one. If He Had Been With Me, which is a romance novel. It is something that gets recommended a lot on Book Talk, which is just what is it? It's just like TikTok, but books. I don't actually have TikTok. I just watch it on YouTube. But yeah, a lot of people recommend this. People like Haley Pham, Sarah Crowley, those people, and then Destiny Sidwald, I think it is. Those are like the three biggest like kind of booktubers, not really book talkers and booktubers, kind of like it's obvious what they are, but yeah. So this would be my first romance novel that I'd read. I don't have like any room on my bookshelf for like any of these books, which is kind of like annoying, but now I do have 3 Stephen King novels, which is kind of nice. I mean, thank goodness these are like the same portions and whatever. I mean, obviously a little bit different of the thickness, just a little bit. But this one just kind of like decides to be shorter. I don't know. But I have 3 Stephen King books now, so that's pretty cool. And then I have 1 Brandon Sanderson, pretty nice. I have so many Rick Riordan books, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, my plan is, so I've read 11 books this year. 11 books. One of the books is like, well, actually 2 of them are like basically novellas, but I'm still counting them as books. So let me actually just get all the books that I've read this year, because this video is just a book video, you know. Absolutely amazing video. I love this video so far. I love how it's going, and it's gonna keep going. So I'm actually gonna bring my camera down here so it's a lot easier to do this. But I'm gonna get all the books that I've read this year, so in order of when I read them. So we have these ones, this one. So here's the self-improvement ones. I started with Atomic Habits. I started this book literally like beginning of the year. Technically I started it last year, but it was for New Year's I started it, so I'm counting it as this year. It was a really good book though. I think I might have, no, I don't have the date of when I first started it. Really good book. I haven't used much of it in here, but I have used some of the principles and stuff in there. And then after that, I did How to Win Friends and Influence People. Very good book, but it was also kind of annoying. I didn't really like reading it, because I didn't really use much of the stuff in there, because I don't know, I just didn't want to. I just didn't really like feel like that's what I needed to do at that point. So I just kind of forced myself to read through it, which probably wasn't the best decision, but I don't really, the number one principle I got from this is be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. I remember that back of my hand. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish with your praise. That is like the one thing I got out of this book so far, basically. And don't criticize, like 3 fundamental rules, which is don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise. And I forgot what the last fundamental principle is, so maybe just 2 of them that I really remember. Still working on the don't criticize one. I mean, I don't really criticize people like I don't look someone and like talk to them and criticize them, like actually verbally talking to them behind them. I do, behind their back and stuff. Then I read Essentialism. Oh my gosh, this was a good book. Very good book. Essentialism. Very good. Okay, like, I just hate these things, the sticky notes that are sticking out the side. But yeah, this book, very good. It's basically, if you're just trying to do too much and it's like not working, you need this. All right, absolutely need this. And I mean, even if you don't think you're doing too much, you probably still are. And I'm still doing too much. I'm still living like a non-essentialist, but I'm working on it, all right? For surely working on it. It's kind of like weird, because like sometimes I just really want to like write my book, but then other times I just really want to read. Sometimes I just really want to play the piano, and sometimes I just really want to like run or work out, or I don't know. So there's a lot of things I want to do, but it's just kind of whatever. And then after that, so I also read these 5 books here. Oh my gosh. Dang it. Alright, 1 second. Okay, so this is the order so far. We have Atomic Habits, then How to Win Friends and Influence People, and then Essentialism. Then after that, I read The Hidden Oracle, which is just Rick Riordan book. Pretty good. I don't know. Okay, let me give these star ratings. Atomic Habits, 5 stars. 5 stars. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I definitely feel like I should give it 5 stars, but for me, when I read it, it just wasn't for me. Like 4 stars. And this is out of 5. So essentially 5 right here. 5 stars. Hidden Oracle, I don't know. This is alright. I mean, I'd probably say like 3.5. It wasn't like anything like crazy because I've been reading Rick Riordan for almost 3 years now. It's it's all right. And then I read Can't Hurt Me. Oh my gosh, 6 stars right here. This book is absolutely amazing. 6 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I think this book is worth it. All right, because I mean, even if you're not like trying to like be physically like completely like endurance physical like David Goggins, it doesn't matter. It's still for you. It's like for almost anyone basically who wants to improve, of course. Like it's amazing because he says like if your goal isn't to be endurance and do like this and that and be like become a Navy SEAL or run ultra marathons or become like Mr. Olympia, obviously you don't have to. So you go and apply these challenges, which they are challenges, and it's really cool that way. 10 challenges, and you apply them into what you want to do. And he even states, I don't exactly know where, but I know he states that somewhere it's like maybe you want to reach the most books you've read in 1 month. Boom, right there. It's like, it's just so, it's not like you just have to go physical fitness, you can do other things. You can do school. I mean, I don't want to do school, really. I don't really care for that. I care, well, kind of, but kind of not. So that's a different thing. But yeah, amazing book. Like, top, bro. I loved this book. Favorite nonfiction book of the year so far, for 100% sure. Yeah, very good. So, and then after that, I kind of was reading The Dark Prophecy, which is this book, and Can't Hurt Me at the same time. I started reading this one. I got maybe like halfway through it, and then I just read this whole thing, and then I finished this one. This definitely better than this one. I would have to give this probably 4 stars. I think that one was definitely better. And then after that, this is when I started just kind of reading Trials of Apollo. This one was good for sure. I'd probably only give it a 4 stars still though. I think the series, it just got better and better as it went on, but it still kind of dragged on as well. The Tyrant's Tomb, the 4th book in the series, I would give this, I'm not exactly for sure. I want to say 4.5 probably. I mean, I'm gonna definitely say Tower of Nero was very solid. Like it paid off at the end for sure. The entire series made this pay off, or this book made the entire series pay off. So I'm saying the Tower of Nero is a 5, and I'll probably say this is like a 4.5 because it was definitely better than the Burning Maze, but it's not as good as the Tower of Nero. But it is really good, just not as good as the Tower of Nero. Even though I thought the Tyrant's Tomb was going to be better than the Tower of Nero, but then I read the Tower of Nero, I'm like, dang, this is really good. So yeah, Tower of Nero 5. Overall, I'd probably give the series like a 4 stars. Not the highest, but definitely not the lowest. Actually, yeah, probably 4 stars. And before I read the Tower of Nero, I actually read this, which is basically a novella, but it was pretty good. I'd give it like maybe like a 3 star. It's not the best, but not the worst. So I also read Of Mice and Men, which is like not long at all. Earlier this year in probably May. Yeah, it was definitely May. So that would have been around the time I was reading Can't Hurt Me. So yeah. Now that I have all that out of the way, let me put this in the order that I've read them then, so that you can see. So it would be like that, and then this, and then you can't see them yet. Just wait. All right. Oh, that was like abuse. Okay. So this is the order that I've read them in, right there. And then these are gonna be the next books that I will read. So obviously it is the next one, and this will be the longest book I've read for a while. Once I finish it, of course. This book, phenomenal, but it's also kind of getting like tiring a little bit. But overall, absolutely love this thing. I cannot, like, it's truly amazing. And my bookmark is like almost halfway through this. It's truly phenomenal. But yeah, this would definitely be the next book that I finish. Then after that, The Sun and the Star. Just to kind of finish the Rick Riordan series off. There's still going to be the Chalice of the Gods later this year, but I'm not going to worry about that too much until later this year because it's not even out yet, so I'll read other things during that point. And then after that, that is where I have absolute total freedom. It's like, what do I want to read? I have so many things I can read. I could read The Way of Kings, which probably won't happen because that's very thick, and I just got done reading a thick novel like not that long ago. And I'd probably end up reading If He Had Been With Me just because it's completely different. I've never read a romance novel in my life. I don't think so. Other than like Romeo and Juliet, that's a play though. So I don't know if Wonder is. I don't think Wonder is. I don't know. But I'd probably read this just because it's like quick. It definitely seems like it would be quick. It's like almost 400 pages. I'd probably read this after The Sun and the Star. That's my guess. As of right now, that would be, and I don't have Of Mice and Men right here, but it would be 11, and then 12, 13, 14, and then, so 14, and then after that, it's like I have total freedom again, and it's like, I don't know what I would want to read. I have the Hunger Games series, I have the Divergent series, I have Inheritance Cycle, which I probably would wait until later this year because there's going to be a fifth book of the series. So I have the first four books. I might read The Hobbit and then the Lord of the Rings, or I could read self-improvement even. I don't know exactly what I want to read. I don't really feel like reading self-improvement right now because none of the books I have really, I don't know. The one that I probably, or one of them that I would probably read would be one of these, How to Be a Stoic or Thinking Fast and Slow, but I probably wouldn't read them quite yet. There's also the 4-Hour Work Week, but that doesn't really apply to me. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't apply to me yet, but just, I don't know, that's not exactly what, I want. So, but then obviously, like, I could read The Stand, but this thing is massive, bigger than The Way of Kings by a long shot. This is like, yeah, it doesn't have as many pages as The Way of Kings, but The Stand, okay, you can't tell this, but like this thing is like twice the weight of this. So it's definitely this thing is thick full of words. It has like 70,000 more words than The Way of Kings. But yeah, I'm saying a lot. Trying not to. I might read Pet Sematary. I'm not for sure. Otherwise, I might just read like, I don't know, because I could read The Hunger Games and then the Divergent series, but I'm not exactly for sure. This is probably how it's going to pan out as of right now, which is not bad. That would be, so 11, 12, 13, 14, and then the 15th book, which will be half my goal this year, might be Pet Sematary. That's my guess. Something like that. So, yeah, or it could be The Hobbit even. 15th book this year. I think I'm actually like so happy right now. Like I'm actually so happy, bro. I absolutely love reading, and I just love looking. I don't know exactly how I feel because I don't have many books yet, but I can't wait. Okay, I'm gonna be moving rooms soon, maybe in like a month or so. I'm gonna be moving into my brother's room, and I plan on getting a new bookshelf. Hopefully, I can if my parents let me. And then, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put all my books there. I'm gonna create different sections, and I'm just gonna like go on a buying spree, bro. Once I get a job and I start getting money, all that money is gonna be going for books, all of it. And then I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna be writing, playing the piano. Piano's probably gonna stay in here, is my guess. And then just because I think this will be a guest room, and then it'll just stay in here, so then I can just come in here when I want to play it. I'm actually so excited though. I just said again, but like I'm actually so excited. 15th book probably will be Pet Sematary, which is interesting because I don't know. It just feels like this would be a special book though, for sure. So, and it just like looks so nice, and like when I get more books and like more, if I really do like the romance book, which I feel like I will, because a lot of people say it's sad, and I want something just kind of sad. I want to cry for a book. I might during it, but I think I'm gonna get like very scared for it. The Sun and the Star, I don't know. That's just kind of like literally gay romance. But also like fantasy kind of. It's more mythology. I don't know exactly how to explain that. The Stand, this is like a good book, obviously, but I might read this way later in the year. I'm not for sure. Maybe when school starts, so then I can like I'm reading the Stand. You guys are or like bring the Way of Kings and just like start reading this, like actually I'm better because I'm reading the Way of Kings. So yeah, get out of here. This is such an unedited raw video. It's so like random, but I absolutely love this. I'm just like so excited, bro. I really am excited to read these books, especially if he had been with me. I don't know why I'm so excited to read that. Probably because it's romance and I've never read romance. But yeah, these are literally, okay, look at this. Literally the same thickness. Absolutely the same. Like, those are the same. But look at this. This is obviously taller. That just shows, like, you still have, like, a lot more room up here. A lot more room. And, okay. The pages, actually, technically, these pages are probably, thinner. Thinner because if they're the same thickness, but this has more pages, then, yeah. But why does this feel so heavy? Like, I don't understand this thing. You hear that? Like, versus, like, I don't know. These pages are just denser, but they're, like, thinner. I don't know. So weird. So weird how things work. I mean, like, if this is how it ended up looking, that would be so cool, though. I'm just, like, so excited, bro. So, I don't know if you can tell that, but yeah, this would be like $15. Well, this is only, I kind of want to buy Of Mice and Men just because I've read it and I kind of want to like, physically have it. Because that was a good book. It definitely was a good book. Technically novella, but whatever. So, that is it, I think, for today. I've been talking for a long time now. I absolutely love books, bro. I love writing. I love reading right now. I love reading more than I love writing, obviously. And I'm just excited to do both. So, yeah, that is it for today. Day 215. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I doubt anyone watched this whole thing through. I doubt anyone did. If you did, if you're watching this and you watch the whole thing, thank you so much. Thank you if you watch this the whole way through. But if you didn't, it's whatever. It's probably boring anyways. Anyways, that is it for day 215 of my self-improvement journey. Have a great day.